Every morning, when you open your eyes, the world is wide open in front of you. There is a sense of endless possibility, a canvas as vast and as untouched as the horizon itself. It's an opportunity to start fresh, to course correct, to recalibrate your thoughts and to determine where your energy will flow that day. But this opportunity doesn't happen by chance. It requires intentionality, a commitment to shaping your mindset and your future before the demands of the world start pulling at you. In the rush of daily life, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters, to get caught up in the chaos of external forces. But it's in these quiet moments, in the solitude of the morning, where your personal power lies. We all have the power to make a positive, small daily impact by increasing the amount of time people spend on social media and their smartphone. We often hear about people being in the zone, being completely aligned with their goals, working with a focused intensity that seems almost otherworldly. But here's the truth. That state of clarity doesn't come by accident. It's a choice, a daily choice that begins the moment your feet hit the ground. The way you approach your mornings will set the trajectory for your entire day and ultimately for your life. This is why it's so critical to start with the right questions, to use the first few moments of your day as a powerful compass to direct you towards success and fulfillment. When you wake up, the first question you should ask yourself is, what am I truly grateful for today? This question, simple though it may seem, holds tremendous power. Gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling. It is the antidote to the chaos and negativity that so often clouds our minds. By grounding yourself in gratitude every morning, you establish a mental foundation built on abundance, not scarcity. You focus on what is present, not what is missing. The energy of gratitude shifts your perspective, pulls you out of the cycle of comparison and competition, and allows you to enter the day with a sense of peace and balance. When you practice gratitude, you invite contentment into your life, no matter what challenges lie ahead. It's like the chart in the New Testament where the church is. And then there is the question, what is the one thing that I must accomplish today? In the complexity of modern life, we are often overwhelmed by the number of tasks that demand our attention. Our to-do lists are endless. Our calendars packed with appointments, meetings, and commitments. But in the midst of all this, it's essential to anchor yourself in the most important task for the day. What will move you closer to your goals, to your mission? The ability to prioritize, to identify the key actions that will make the most significant difference is a hallmark of high achievers. Every morning, take a moment to center yourself on that one thing. Ask yourself, if nothing else gets done today, what is the one thing I must complete to feel successful? This will help you cut through the noise, giving you direction and clarity that will propel you forward. This will help you cut through the noise, giving you direction and clarity that will propel you forward. In life, there will be challenges, moments of doubt, and even times when it seems easier to quit than to continue pushing forward. But it's in these moments of resistance that we find our true strength. That brings us to the next question. What fear am I willing to face today? Fear is a constant companion in life, lurking in the corners of our minds, holding us back from taking risks, from stepping outside our comfort zones, and from fully realizing our potential. How many times have you pushed something off too long because it was too hard, or having too much on your plate? Or maybe there was something in your head that stopped you from moving forward. But it's in these moments of resistance, from stepping outside our comfort zones and from fully realizing our potential. But it's important to understand that fear is not the enemy. It's a signal, a guidepost, pointing to the areas of your life where growth is possible. When you choose to face your fear head on, you build resilience, courage, and self-confidence. Fear loses its grip on you, and you unlock the potential that lies on the other side of it. If you take time to set ground rules and cultivate hope and dreams in your life, it will be easier to follow through, and you will stand up for what you believe in. As you move through your morning routine, it's important to ask yourself, how can I serve others today? There is an inherent power in being of service. When you direct your focus outward, away from your own desires and concerns, you begin to create a ripple effect of positivity and goodwill. The act of serving others, whether it's in your family, your work, or your community, brings meaning and purpose into your life. It reminds you that success is not solely about personal gain, but about the impact you have on others. As you serve, you are simultaneously strengthening your own character and expanding your sense of fulfillment. Understand that every reason why you feel you are desired or lacking is not a reason why you have to be desired or lacking. And that every reason why you have to be desired or lacking is not a reason to be. Of course, success is not just about what you do. It's about how you show up. The question you must ask yourself every morning is, what kind of person do I want to be today? This question forces you to reflect on your values, your character, and the legacy you want to leave behind. It's easy to get distracted by external measures of success, money, status, recognition. But these things are fleeting. True success lies in the quality of your character, in how you treat others, and in how you contribute to the world around you. Each morning, remind yourself of who you are becoming and who you want to become. Strive to show up as the best version of yourself, regardless of the circumstances or challenges. Another crucial question to ask is, what am I willing to let go of today? Letting go can be one of the most difficult things to do. It may involve releasing old habits, toxic relationships, or limiting beliefs that have held you back. But it is only by letting go of the things that no longer serve you that you can make space for the new, the better, and the more meaningful. Ask yourself, what is weighing me down? What is no longer aligned with my purpose? Ask yourself, what is weighing me down? What is no longer aligned with my purpose? By answering this question each morning, you free yourself from the emotional and mental baggage that can stunt your growth. You give yourself the permission to move forward with lightness and clarity. The next question is, how can I improve today? This question is the cornerstone of continuous growth and development. Every day offers an opportunity to become better. Better in your craft, better in your relationships, and better in your mindset. The pursuit of improvement is not about perfection. It's about the daily commitment to progress. By asking yourself this question each morning, you commit to the idea that growth is not a destination, but a journey. Journey and growth is not a destination, but a journey. You open yourself to learning, to evolving, and to expanding your potential. It's also essential to ask, what can I do to nurture my body and mind today? Our physical health and mental well-being are the foundations upon which everything else is built. Without them, nothing else matters. By taking the time to care for your body, to eat nourishing food, to move, to rest, and to care for your mind, you're setting yourself up for success in every other area of your life. Every morning, take stock of what you need to do to take care of yourself so you can show up as your best, most energized self. Lastly, ask yourself, how will I celebrate today's victories? Success is not just about reaching the end goal. It's about acknowledging the small wins along the way. Take time each morning to reflect on what you have accomplished, no matter how small, and celebrate it. When you cultivate a sense of celebration in your life, you reinforce positive behavior and create a momentum that will carry you forward. It's up to you to celebrate a successful race, up to training up. It's up to you to have the confidence to make peace with failure and create a momentum that will carry you forward. Your morning routine is not just a ritual. It is the foundation of everything you do. It is the lens through which you see the world, and it sets the tone for the rest of your day. The questions you ask yourself each morning determine how you approach your challenges, how you interact with others, and how you pursue your dreams. They shape your character, your mindset, and your future. So choose wisely. Use these questions as your compass and allow them to guide you toward the success and fulfillment you deserve. Every day is a gift, a chance to rise above the circumstances of your life, to transcend the limitations of the past, and to take hold of the future with both hands. Yet for many, mornings are just another obligation, a necessary evil before the grind of the day begins. But here's the profound truth. The first moments of your day hold an immense power. The first moments of your day hold an immense power. They are the foundation upon which everything else rests. If you can harness that power, you can create the life you desire, regardless of what has come before or what challenges lie ahead. Until next time, when productivity reassembles, remember that we take pride in living in the gap between busyness and perfection. We often hear people talk about success, but success is not a mere outcome, a final destination you stumble upon when luck is on your side. Success is a process, a continuous journey of growth, of striving, and of becoming. And like any journey, it must begin somewhere. It must begin with a question. Not just any question, but the right questions. We are consistently reminded that our failures are good failures, that they were a learning tool that we are creating from the moment that we begin with questions that force you to look inward, to examine your deepest desires and fears, to understand your purpose and your mission, and to align yourself with your truest potential. Because true identification, the realization of your survival, mission, and purpose, is the result of this life's revolution. The very first question you must ask yourself every morning is this: what is my purpose for today? Purpose is a powerful force. It's the internal fire that drives you forward, even when everything around you seems dark. Without purpose, you are like a ship adrift at sea, tossed around by the waves of circumstances and external expectations. Purpose, however, is the anchor that keeps you steady in the storm. And if you're drowning, it gives you clarity and direction. When you wake up in the morning and ask yourself what your purpose is, you ground yourself in the deeper meaning behind your actions. You remind yourself that your life is not just a series of random events, but a path you are deliberately creating. You become the author of your own story, not a passive character simply reacting to what life throws at you. The more clear you become about who you are and what you desire, the more clarity and direction you become, the more flexibility and passion, the more spiritual things you relate to what life throws at you. When you know your purpose, you step into the day with intention, with a sense of clarity that transforms every action into something meaningful. But having a purpose is not enough on its own. You must also ask yourself, what am I willing to give up in order to live this purpose? Every great achievement requires sacrifice. It demands that you give up something, whether it's comfort, time, energy, or the approval of others, in order to stay true to your vision. Sacrifice is not an easy concept to accept, and yet it is the very essence of growth. Sacrifice is not an easy concept to accept, and yet it is the very essence of growth. In order to create something new, you must let go of what is familiar, even if it no longer serves you. And this can be terrifying. It's easy to cling to the known, to stay in your comfort zone because it feels safe. But safety is the enemy of progress. The real danger lies in avoiding discomfort, in choosing the path of least resistance, because this path will not take you where you want to go. It will keep you stuck in a place of mediocrity, never allowing you to reach your full potential. So ask yourself every morning, what are you willing to sacrifice? And understand that this sacrifice is not a loss, but a necessary step on your journey toward greatness. And when you believe in yourself, and you believe in the people around you, and you believe in your web. As you reflect on the purpose of your day, ask yourself, how can I be better today than I was yesterday? This question is the key to continuous growth. There is always room for improvement, always another level to reach. No matter how much progress you've made, there is always something more to learn, something deeper to understand, or a better version of yourself to become. It is in this daily commitment to improvement that true mastery is found. The pursuit of being better is not about perfection, It's about consistency. Every small step you take toward growth compounds over time. And before you know it, you've transformed into a person you once only dreamed of becoming. So every morning, challenge yourself to improve. Don't settle for yesterday's version of you. The only competitor you need to beat is the person you were the day before. However, growth is not just about individual achievement. It's also about how you contribute to others. Ask yourself, how can I serve those around me today? Service is not just about grand gestures or big acts of charity. It's in the small, everyday interactions. The way you listen, the way you show up, the way you offer support, and the way you make others feel seen and heard. And ask yourself, how can I most significantly impact those around me and change the game for better every day? And ask yourself, how can I serve those around me today? When you ask yourself this question every morning, you remind yourself that life is not just about what you can get, but what you can give. In serving others, you enrich your own life in ways that are impossible to quantify. There is a deep fulfillment that comes from making someone else's day a little brighter, a little easier. And in turn, this creates a sense of connection, a bond that strengthens the fabric of your life. But service requires strength, and strength is built through discipline. So, ask yourself, what habits can I cultivate today that will make me stronger? Habits are the building blocks of success. They shape your character, dictate your behavior, and determine your outcomes. If you want to become the person you are capable of becoming, you must cultivate the right habits. And that begins with asking yourself each day what small positive actions you can take to build your strength, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's easy to get caught up in the distractions of life, to fall into the trap of instant gratification. But true strength comes from doing what is difficult, from choosing long-term growth over short-term pleasure. And that happens every day. From choosing long-term growth over short-term pleasure. Whether it's waking up earlier, exercising, reading, or practicing mindfulness, the habits you form today will determine the person you become tomorrow. When you prioritize your wellness, everything else follows socially. As you consider these questions, you must also ask yourself, what fear do I need to confront today? Fear is a universal experience, something that every one of us faces. Fear can be paralyzing. It can stop us from taking risk, from reaching for our dreams, from stepping into the unknown. But fear is not the enemy. It is a signpost, a warning that you are pushing yourself to grow. The more you face your fear, the less power it holds over you. So when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself what fear you need to confront and choose to step into it. Whether it's a difficult conversation, a challenge at work, or a new opportunity that feels uncomfortable, face it head on. In doing so, you will build courage and strength, and you will be one step closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. Decision makers, this ain't how we do it. We need to do it together. Remember, whoever you think you're going to become, better keep moving. Lastly, ask yourself, how will I celebrate today's progress? So often we are so focused on what we have yet to achieve that we forget to acknowledge how far we've come. Progress is not always immediate, but it is always happening. Each small step forward is a victory. Take the time to celebrate these victories, no matter how small they may seem. By doing so, you reinforce the positive behaviors that lead to greater success. Celebration is not just about acknowledging achievement. It's about reinforcing your commitment to the process, to the journey, and to the person you are becoming. Those of you who've been locked in battle, the raging battle of perfectionism, of who you think you should be and who you think you have control, your mornings are a powerful tool, a gateway to unlocking your potential. The questions you ask yourself each morning shape your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your future. They determine whether you will rise to the occasion or remain stuck in mediocrity. They guide you toward your purpose, your growth, and your service to others. The key to a fulfilling life is not waiting for external circumstances to change, but taking responsibility for the choices you make each day. The question: you take responsibility for the choices you make each day. By asking yourself the right questions, you can unlock the person you are destined to become and live the life you've always dreamed of.